Allosaurus, ALBERTOsaurus. Let's get this going. Welcome back to the cave. We got another future battles right here for you. We got ALBERTOsaurus, we got Allosaurus. That's what you guys voted on. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button as it helps the channel grow. And also, if you enjoy this content, give me that big old like. We also do gaming news on the ALLO. We also do news on other dinosaurs related, like Path of Titans and Saurian, and even Day of Dragons. We throw it in there. And even further than that, I am planning to doing updates and keeping you guys news on Ark, because Ark is a dinosaur related game. Ark is one of my favorite games that I played in the past. So Ark 2 news coming up for that when news come up for every dinosaur related game out there. Now let's get this going. Future battles, you all know how it goes down. We'll go over these dinosaurs, Allosaurus, ALBERTOsaurus, for the Owl of Evrima, for when they come out. Are you guys excited when these guys come out? Who knows when, but we do have information on them, so we can get these battles kind of like in our minds and ready to set foot on the Owl of Evrima, so you guys can pick which dinosaur you guys want to go to and which style you want to use and abilities attached to these dinosaurs when they come out to the Owl of Evrima. Let's start off with ALBERTOsaurus. Is a dinosaur you don't want to mess with. This dinosaur was built with the idea of a high risk, high reward animal. Starting as a young, you probably won't make it to adulthood due to cannibalism and your parents being able to eat you if they need that extra protein or food in them. Kind of like the Carnotaurus and being able to get eaten by your own kind. That's just how it is. High risk, high reward. But the high reward is once you get to adulthood, you are almost like the king of medium-sized dinosaurs. And here's why. Once you make it to adulthood on ALBERTO, you are to become quite the deadly force. It can't run for days, but once it sets up an ambush and it catches you, the fight is over fast. A full-grown ALBERTO having tracking capabilities, power at the cost of stamina. So what does that mean? Okay, so I think the mechanic they're gonna use here is gonna be some kind of bar at the bottom, right? It's gonna show your stamina. Now, every dinosaur on the Owl of Evrima and the Owl in the past and legacy have a total force bite force. This tells you the amount of damage you're gonna cause to a different dinosaur due to your bite. Now, if it's an ambush, you could save some of that stamina, but you gotta get them quick because you want to use all that stamina for the biting force. And this biting force could be strong, super strong. I mean, this guy is related to T-Rex. So with that in mind, once it catches you, the fight is over very quick. You do not want to get caught by this guy with this full power force, bite force on you. You'd rather have him chase you for a little bit and try fighting him at a different pace, because this guy is gonna have a strong bite force once it gets you in his jaws. That's the ALBERTOsaurus. Alright guys, now let's go to Allosaurus. Allosaurus is not gonna be no easy task for ALBERTO to take on either. Allosaurus, similar to ALBERTOsaurus, has a very good ambush centered ability, and it can use its claws. While it cannot outrun a Gallimimus on an ambush, it could really gain up on him and grab him before he slips away. So it's gonna have a very quick ambush in the start, and it even has a pin down with its claws in his mouth. For any other dinosaur regularly to his size or maybe even smaller like a Ceratosaurus, it will have a pin down ability. It looks like due to that para getting clawed, anything bigger might just be able to get clawed on and probably cause a lot of bleed damage. Allosaurus is a very unique dinosaur that can carry his food in its claws. Very different than carrying it in its mouth like every dinosaur in Evrima will be. And as you all know, Allosaurus also is kind of like the king of bleeders. Very bleedy dinosaur that you don't want to encounter and get ambushed by. At the same time, you do not want to stick around with this guy hunting you because you will be bleeding. That is the Allosaurus. You do not want to get caught in an ambush, and careful when you're around these dense tree lines when Allosaurus is around. Now let's put these two guys, let's get a scenario going where these two guys will meet each other. These two dinosaurs are very unique in their ambush ability. ALBERTOsaurus needs that ambush so it doesn't waste too much stamina and uses his bite force to counter the speed of any other dinosaur and get it in its grasp before it slips away, because it needs that one bite kill. Allosaurus has got the same thing going. It needs an ambush for speed and capturing the dinosaur and getting a little bit of claws in there before he starts his hunting on the dinosaur. In order for us to create a scenario for these two guys, they're gonna be in an ambush stance already as it is, probably in the tree lines. So let's say these two guys will encounter themselves by hunting a different type of dinosaur, maybe a para, or maybe they'll be hunting Stegosaurus. Whatever the case is, there's some kind of dinosaur in the bushes, right? And you got the Allosaurus already in his ambush stance, and you got ALBERTOsaurus in an ambush stand, each one in its own location, ready to ambush this dinosaur for food. So here comes Allosaurus speeding up to get his food, and ALBERTOsaurus has got that stamina bar. He needs that first bite, first kill. Allosaurus comes from the side outside speeding up to catch a dinosaur, let's say, and then he gets away because ALBERTOsaurus is right there in front of him too. ALBERTOsaurus can't use his stamina on this dinosaur because he's seen Allosaurus come out of the bushes as well. So at this point, it might be too late for Allosaurus to turn around and run because he already used his burst stamina. So now he's gonna have to stand and fight this ALBERTO that has roughly a pretty good amount of stamina still to use that bite with this bite force. So at least these two collide, I guess. Let's say Allosaurus gets a bit of claws in there, boom, scratches him. Now ALBERTOsaurus got that bleed going on. ALBERTOsaurus can't be too fast because you need to save that stamina for the bite force. So Allosaurus is running circles around you with his ambush attack, scratching you, maybe even taking a couple bites, and you starting to bleed. Your time's running out. You got that stamina, so you got to make a decision whether you are gonna go and attack this Allosaurus and hope that you get him in your grasp, because if he slips away, it's game over for you. So you kind of almost got to go in your ambush stance. You got to wait. It's a waiting game. Allosaurus comes and scratches you. He comes in with his claws for another good scratch to get the bleed going even a little bit more intense. And that's where the Allosaurus might make his mistake by not being patient. If you're patient, you might take the win on this one, but patience is key because ALBERTO might get you in his jaws, and once he does, it's going to be game over. That full force crushing down into your bones until the Allosaurus is no longer breathing. So in my opinion, I feel like ALBERTOsaurus is going to take this win. Of course, it depends on player to player combat. It all comes down to skills. The Allosaurus might have that chance ability if you're really patient to win this battle, or ALBERTOsaurus if you get your jaws on him first with that Super King power force down crushing on you. But in my opinion, I feel like ALBERTOsaurus might win this one, and Allosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, but ALBERTO gets the win on this one in my books. But that's what it is. Future battles, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below who you actually got winning this fight. Allosaurus, ALBERTOsaurus. What kind of style do you like more? You like that patience and clawing and bleeding, or do you like that bite force, waiting, your perfect timing to bite into these, to get your jaws into this dinosaur to get the kill done quick and fast? Let me know in the comments below who you actually think would win these fights, and who you got, and who you're gonna pick when the Evrima releases this medium-sized carnivores into the Evrima, and the Evrima becomes a way better game than what it is right now. Let me know in the comments below. Catch you guys on the next one. Let me know who you guys want to see in future battles for the future, and I'll keep you guys updated on news when something good comes out. Keep you guys updated. Peace, guys.